fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Yo,
Hello,
GNPM. How are you guys doing? Hope you all had a great weekend. Where are you, Nick? Oh, I can see you now.
I was
Okay, how
down in
you
the
doing,
bottom
man?
corner, but I was being covered by our mentions.
Okay. How was your weekend,
How
man?
you
All
doing,
good?
Diego? Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, it was nice where I was. We're coming into winter, so I'm like trying to be outside until I get trapped inside in the darkness.
Okay, great. I mean, a lot of things happening during this week. And since Friday, we were off on Friday
Yeah.
from the show, working on Groovy. And guys, we have great news for you guys. So everything is going well on the closed testnet, and we will have news about an open testnet for you sooner than you guys can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
we're so close that we're actually allowed to decide when we're going to let it go. But right now, we have a Zealy. So if you jump onto our Twitter account down here at the bottom of the screen, check out our Zealy post, and start doing that stuff and follow the account. Yeah, because that's where the magic is.
yeah, we are going to have new tasks later today for you guys. Test it out, and let's start with some pretty cool stuff that just happened, and it's a good opportunity to show how Groovy works. So let's go straight to the point. So there's this talk about Polymarket doing an airdrop on a potential token once again. This is not a new conversation, but it's coming together once again. So recently, Polymarket filled with SEC sparking speculation about a potential native token launch and airdrop for active users. This could reshape the platform's role in prediction markets. So we've been talking about the competition between Polymarket and Cauchy, the two biggest prediction markets out there nowadays. How Cauchy took a more kind of traditional way, and Polymarket took the crypto rails, and it seems kind of natural for a crypto company to have a token and to run an airdrop. And basically, what Noah is saying here is speculating about what would be the use for this token. So let's go to this. So potential uses for this token
Let's check it
include, as always, governance, enabling holders to vote on key decisions such as new market categories or protocol upgrades. Staking might allow earning yields from trading fees if implemented, and other additional perks like discounted fees for participants. So nowadays, is it possible, right, Nick, to suggest markets on Polymarket even without a token, correct?
Yeah, you can do it. You do it on Discord. This is how a lot of the culture markets are being created, right? So if anybody hasn't been in our Discord, people put in there's a channel separate for it. They jump in, they say create a market for this. That some of them have a bit of debate of like how you resolve that, and then I think ultimately, Polymarket decide whether they're going to run that market or not.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I mean, they control the liquidity, so they must control what markets are created, right?
They need to make a business decision on where they're
Yeah.
going to put liquidity in markets. And the thing is they pick fun stuff and ridiculous stuff as well, like that Jesus
Hmm.
market,
Yes,
which
exactly.
which I think what is it into? I need to check in that. I like to check in the Jesus market every now and again.
Maybe the chances are
But yeah, like
increasing.
they
We need
will
to
add
follow. Maybe
liquidity.
the chances are increasing. We cannot miss that. So, and yeah, we are going to talk about Lord Miles in a while, and it communicates with this idea of where they are putting their money.
Mm,
So, additional utilities for this token may include liquidity incentives, encouraging users to provide capital to markets like elections or sports, in exchange for rewards. It could also serve as collateral for advanced trading strategies, improving risk hedging for real world events. I actually think that incentivizing liquidity would not be a problem for elections and sports since they are the biggest markets. I think incentivizing liquidity would make sense for more niche markets, some cultural stuff, some things that has nothing to do with sports, crypto, and election, because we've been seeing that the volume is there.
That's what we get from
Yes.
Polymarkets is that because they can make money off it, right? But it's these spurious little niche markets that we would like to see liquidity in because that gives us more. That turns it more into. I don't like calling it a truth engine, an
Mhm.
accuracy engine. Doesn't quite have the same ring. We're never going to sell it on our accuracy engines, are we? But yeah, it's that's where it's stuck, right? But I think once we get into the Lord Miles thing, it'll be interesting to chat about liquidity and how
Yeah,
that
yeah,
works.
yeah. So in the prediction market ecosystem, this could attract substantial liquidity. That's true. Enhanced data accuracy from improved oracles would benefit sectors such as AI and finance, although CFTC regulatory review remains a critical watch point. Yeah, I mean, for data accuracy, not necessarily improved oracles would be necessary because it depends on so we are using a different structure to resolve the markets. I think accuracy comes from actually the variety of participants, the amount of participants and the variety of participants that we have, and not necessarily a token would incentivize diversification in this case. I mean, hopefully we will bring retail
Well,
and not have the same farmers that we see out there just migrating from a product to another, because I don't think that will bring diversification needed to prediction market.
yeah, and also like currently they use a token via a third party UMA, and we're not seeing that creating accuracy, are we? In fact, we're seeing that creating
Yes,
issues.
potential. I'm not saying that there is manipulation. I don't want to say that, but potentially,
Oh, there was
yeah,
though. There
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
clear whale
But
manipulation
then,
of the direction of a
but
vote.
thinking, I
So
mean, theoretically, I mean, if you have a governance based on a token, in the end there are possibilities for manipulation the market results, basically.
absolutely, every that's why DAOs don't
Yeah.
work, right? Like, and yeah, it's why you see DAOs getting shoved in directions that they don't really want to go. There is a guy I don't know who it is. I've heard a story from a prominent L2 on Bitcoin. When they launched their DAO, they were very concerned that a certain player would show up and just basically governance vote the shit out of it because they have tons of money and they buy up all the token and then they just
Hmm.
decide what
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that
yeah,
protocol invests in and stuff like that. And they're just like, hope he doesn't come because if he comes, you're fucked. He just takes over
yeah,
everything. So yeah, I mean, we're out to lunch on whether tokens and governance actually work. And yeah, no,
yeah.
it we
So
don't know, right? Like
yeah,
we nobody solved it.
before I go to an exciting thing is how to show how we can talk about this using Groovy platform. I think actually DAOs work. The thing is, most of people communicate the utility of a DAO to lure you into something that's not actual the main goal. So DAOs work as they were made to work, but that's another conversation. I mean, we just tend to believe that they should be used to something else. Anyway, overall, these hints reward early engagement and could invigorate this space. For trading on Polymarket, now might be the time to ramp up activity and farm for the potential airdrop. What do you make of this speculation? I can answer you. What do we make from speculation? We create a market. Okay. And this is groovy. Can you see my screen here, Nick?
I can
Okay.
see it. I'd zoom in a wee bit
Sure.
if we can. If you want, I can just do a full share screen. Should
If
I
you
do
want
that?
to. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
So
Oh well, that's his.
so
That's his.
this
There
is
we
the
go.
main screen of groovy. just easy. Use your Google account to log in. Come here, create a market. It's a binary market because it's yes or no what we are discussing here. So is Polymarket going to launch a token? Yes, go to crypto. Just select here airdrop. You don't need have to you don't even have to think about your question. So will project airdrop tokens by date? That's it. That's the template we want. So will Polymarket airdrop tokens by when? Let's see, September. No, let's go to December until the end of the year. Okay, that's it. Publish markets. Will Polymarket airdrop tokens by December 31st? Yes or no? This market resolves to yes if Polymarket airdrop tokens by December 31st. Otherwise, it resolves to no. We add an image here. I've got an image here ready for this. Okay. It's not a recurring market. Let's put $2,000 as initial liquidity. I can create money here. So you can go to deposit and you can claim tokens to play around. What did I miss here? Okay, this is not recurring.
Resolution source.
Oh, resolution source.
What's the resolution
Huh.
source? Polymarket blog or Polymarket Twitter?
Polymarket official account or official.
You might need to put in the URL.
Oh, okay, so okay, that's going to be the source.
Okay. Yep.
Any official information from Polymarket. So now we have everything. We have the question, we have an image to go with your question, we have the rules, we have the resolution source here, initial liquidity 50-50. Okay, preview the market. This is how it's going to look. We can publish the market. It will ask you to sign 2 transactions. We are using dynamic here to abstract the crypto experience. Okay, we also sponsor the fees, so you don't need to have fees to play around here. Tokens approved. Okay, now you can use your money. Okay, then you sign this transaction and bam, the market was created. Since we are still on the closed testnet, okay, market's here. Yes, it's going to load the chart. That's it. Let's go to the main page here, latest. Where is it? Where is it? Polymarket. Will Polymarket airdrop
There it
tokens?
is.
It's
Second
here.
line.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm going to do a little
Easy
screen
as
of
that.
that.
Easy as that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to minimize so we can get our faces
Okay.
back.
So if you want to try out by yourself, we just stay close, follow what we are doing here, because we are going to have news for you really soon about how to create your own markets using Groovy. Okay, this is interesting. It's still about the potential Polymarket token. This is Dash from Kaushi. It just shows how the competition is close between them. So they're following each other closely, of course. So with the poly airdrop being teased, I was quite surprised to see only 70% of these month's users are wallets that have not interacted before. It means that not necessarily potential new users, but potential new accounts, since you can create accounts on Polymarket with multiple sources. And this is interesting. So people are not aware of a potential token from Polymarket. And Doom, then sorry, DeFi Llama shows that for us as well. So this is since May. We are comparing here TVL and USD inflows. So this is deposits that people make to start playing around and accumulate amount of money in the platform. So we see an increase, but is not as high as it was before.
It's an
So
incremental increase. It's not a pop.
yes,
You
exactly.
know,
So if we go to all
if an
times
airdrop
high,
was legitimately, if everybody was thinking it was a legitimate airdrop, there would be a pop.
I think so. Yeah, look at the volume and the inflows during the elections last year.
I don't know. It's
So
wild.
yeah,
That's because
yeah,
big institutional players got involved, syndicates got involved. That's where all that money's coming from.
yes, yes. But I mean, it's interesting. So we are far from that reality still. So
I
moving
believe
forward
so.
to the next topic here, and this is really interesting one. We talked about this on Thursday on how I made some money with this trade here on Lord Miles. So on Friday we had this news basically saying that Lord Miles died. If you're not aware of this, there was a challenge, and people were speculating about how Lord Miles, I mean, if Lord Miles would or not be able to complete a 40-day challenge in the desert. So he was basically in a tent, and he had some support. I mean, he had food. Or actually, he had only water, right? There was no food.
Yeah, it
It
was only
was only
water.
water
Because
in
you,
the
yeah.
desert. That we are going to go to
Wait a
the
minute, was that a
markets
fast or was it I thought it was a water fast, but anyway,
fast
yeah,
water
okay, yeah.
fast in the desert.
Yeah,
So
you can
that's the
survive that long
market
for
here. Yes, that's the market. So when this information came out on Friday, it was saying so in August, Duo decided to sponsor Lord Miles for his desert fasting bet with Polymarket. My team just informed me that his death is confirmed. I am horrified and deeply saddened by the news of his passing. A few hours ago, Miles fell into a coma as the hospital staff gave him glucose without his consent. This never should have happened since he was 20 plus days into a fast. His body went into shock, and a few hours later, he was pronounced dead at King Faisal Hospital in Riyadh. So, going to this, we understood this risk posed, but I never, in my wildest dream, thought something like this could ever happen. Miles was not only a sponsor and ally in our war, but a close friend. I hope he's at peace whenever he may be. So really, really fast, people started to go to discuss this, as we can see here. So the chances of him completing the challenge came from around 70% to 18%. But at the same time, people started to say, "Hey, his death is not confirmed yet. There is no independent sources confirming." So while
and no
he's
news
this,
sites are picking this up either.
yeah, that's the
Like
thing. So
I cannot validate this anywhere else.
an interesting thing is that together with this market, there was a live stream, and a couple of days before Friday, from the last days before Friday, there was some cuts in the live stream. So suddenly the stream was not there, and nobody knew what's happening. So people started to speculate, okay, what was going on, and then this information came about his death. But as Nick said, there is not official confirmation of this anywhere. Then this tweet came out. So this is from 6 a.m. September 19, and this one was 6 September 18. So one day later, this user
And
here,
it
Jenna De
wasn't just this
Coco,
guy. There was a lot of people. There was a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people kind of like speculating. This guy's done a good job of rolling it up.
yeah, this one is good because it summarizes. So, as you may know, Real Lord Miles went off air after interrupting his live stream and saying he would return in 2 hours because he needed to fix his generator. So Polymarket shares fell from 60-75% range down to 15 to 35 once traders realized he wasn't coming back. This is what we see on this big dip here.
Yeah,
So that drove attention to the users that bought before the string went off. One of those money P's, some extra experts in the blockchain, like Lord Miles haters and Medium, discovered he in fact is Lord Miles and he's inside trading. So that's the accusation here. Basically, they are saying that Lord Miles went off, but a couple of hours before he shut down the live stream, he was supposedly buying a lot of money in shares from
yeah,
his own market. So everything started with the discovery of an old X tweet where Lord Miles was begging for donations. So this is from November 25 last year. So if anyone would like to help me out in starting my crypto anti-establishment journey, here is my Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum addresses. Okay, so from there, following the trail, the money seems to go to a Polymarket wallet owned by Money Peace. As I understand it, there is a relay in the middle that obfuscates the final transaction, but the amounts leave no room for doubt. So the thing is, Polymarket uses probably the same thing that the other projects use. So to create your wallet, basically you deposit on a general address, and that address drives the money to your account. But I mean, as
What do
they
you mean talking about
are
the proxy stuff?
yes,
There's,
yeah,
there's a wallet that,
kind of a
yeah,
proxy
there's,
wallet. So there's a general wallet, kind of controlling all the money. It's kind of centralizing the money in one wallet, then distributing them to individual wallets, to individual
and
accounts.
it doesn't do this because it's evil. It does this because it requires certain permissions on the contracts that you can't give out to
Yeah,
everybody.
it's
That's
way
why.
easier to do this way. Otherwise, it will be a pain in the ass for the end user. So this scan market seems worse than others. Because Polymarket hasn't just been negligent. They are actively being in contact with Lord Miles, telling him what is allowed and not, and they also been banning multiple accounts flooding Miles, including both of mine. Miles was basically a Polymarket associate promoting the platform. So thanks meeting for the videos. So when it shares some videos here that supposedly shows the path of the money that Lord Miles received as donations and deposited in his supposedly account.
Let me
So I'm not
reframe that. It
saying
definitely shows the transactions, but we're not sure if it's Lord Miles's wallet. But
exactly. I
there's a
mean,
high
it shows
probability that it could be, that it would be even.
exactly. That's the thing. So it shows transactions. It tells a story that seems to be. I mean, it's credible. It's credible, but I mean, we cannot confirm or deny what exactly is happening here. But I mean, it's interesting to see how this is unfolding. And during the weekend, we saw a kind of a spike from 18 to what, to 35. So the shares double here, but now we are seeing a
After the announcement of his death by his partner, that just
yes.
smells bad. That
That's
just does something in the air.
but there's always people looking for some opportunity. So remember the Trump token strategy that we discussed a couple of weeks ago. So if you don't know if that token's true, I mean, buy the token and open a position on Polymarket. So
Yeah.
in case he's alive and this market is resolved, so buy here at 18% or 20%, whatever, and if everything is solved. But this became a really controversial and complicated market because there is no official information of what's going on. There is no live stream yet. So let's see here at the rules. Okay, outcome proposed no. Okay, it's already disputed.
Yeah.
So it was disputed twice already. So, okay, if Lord Miles restarts the water fast at a time which would permit him to complete this specified 40 days within this market's time frame, it will qualify. So they are adding updated on September 18th. So September
They're
18th,
amending the rules.
they are kind of, I would say, clarifying the rules,
Okay,
which
so
is
but
really
what did
strange.
they say there? What was that? If he restarts and if he restarts the stream and he hasn't had any water, sorry, any food, it still remains valid.
It seems, yeah, that's what I understand from this. So Lord Miles currently water
There's
fasting and
so
the
many
confirm.
problems with this. There's so many problems with this beyond like there is like the way like the fact like I get if somebody did this on Groovy Market, this is permissionless. Totally like you've just got to run with it, right? But Polymarket validated this and ran with it. They didn't demand considering they own this market, they own the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't demand any checks and balances from Lord Miles or his team, right? So, like for example, there should be a wide angle camera to show that there's no other food in that tent. There should be a camera on the outside of the tent that streams 24 hours a day, so we know nobody enters that tent.
Yes,
There is
yes.
so many things that should have been in place for that. If you're gonna run with a market like this and stand behind it, like Polymarket has done, they should have
This is yeah,
done something. They should have had something to do with this, right? Because this is when, if you're the central market creator, it is your responsibility, I think, to make sure that the rules cannot be manipulated,
for sure, for
right?
sure, for
I
sure.
I, I
This
think
this is
so. This is
this
yeah.
is
This
clearly
sits with
for me. This
Polymarket.
is clearly not enough. So I need to disclose this. So I bought a position where at the beginning of this market it was a kind of $2 position, and I didn't believe that he would complete the challenge. So anyway, I bought this position and I sold that last Thursday or Wednesday, and I
You
posted this.
sold it during the stream. You sold it during the stream.
Yes, if it
Yeah, I'm pretty
wasn't
sure
during
you
the
did that.
string, if it was yeah. Let's open this here.
Or maybe it was just a call you and I were having. I didn't realize you had
Probably
the
it was a
fantastic
call,
Nicolas
but I
Cage.
share this. I share this here. Okay, this normalized complete 40 day. So I got like
Yeah,
20% here. It was a $1. Anyway, it was a one
there
dollar
you go.
trade, and it was on September 18th. It was before
Oh,
all this, so it was good timing.
it was
But
good
I
timing.
mean,
Maybe. Yeah, I think you were just lucky, but maybe that's when it went up. You know, maybe that was
yes,
them.
that's the thing. That's
You
the
know.
thing. I mean, as soon as that went up, I saw the position there. But this is, I mean, I since from the beginning, this will be a really hard market to resolve. Just because what you said, I mean, in the end, is like, okay, no, trust me, I will validate the results.
Oh,
I
do
mean,
you remember
I
David
understand
Blaine?
David Blaine exactly.
Right,
I
David
mean,
Blaine used to do shit like this all the time, but there was a lot
yes,
of controls around it, so you know he was doing
exactly,
it. So you could create
exactly.
legitimate betting markets on it. This is fucking nonsense, and this is
I
nonsense
understand
coming
there is it is,
from a
but I understand
centralized body.
there's a security concern related to this. So imagine, just in theoretical, um, there is a lot of money in the pot here, and you don't want him to complete. So you could send money
True,
there
true.
kill this
Well,
guy.
but
So
if
there is a lot
you
of
could
security
you
concerns
could
related to this.
I can't say the word. Anyway,
Obfuscate.
you could do it. My mouth won't say the word. You know what I'm going to say, right? But
Yes.
you can mitigate all those risks quite easily.
Sure.
Quite
I mean,
easily. You can
you could
also
have a
have a
30
security
party.
team with you. You have a
Exactly.
security team
You
with you.
could.
He
Exactly.
during his feed, he was looking to receive 16 grand. What, he couldn't pay a guy a grand to stay there for 40 days to make sure nobody fucks with you? Like,
Yeah. Something like that.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
things that, for me, that, and if Monarch's backing it, why is Monarch not paying for that stuff to make sure it's legit?
Yeah.
Right? This just sounds like scheming and bullshit or complete idiocy, and somebody's died because of it. Because
Yes.
another thing, there should have been a medical person on fucking staff outside
All the
it
time.
to
Yeah.
make sure, and to, if he get taken to the hospital, the person who took him to the hospital would have said he has been fasting for days. They're not idiots out there. They have good doctors. They're
Yes.
not going to make mistakes like that if they're given the information. So
Mm-hmm.
there's just a lot of things that just don't make sense to me. And it's either insane levels of neglect and mismanagement, which frankly, people should be in fucking court for this and going to jail, or if he has died, or equally, if this is market manipulation, everybody involved should be going to court and going to jail for this,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? Because there's rules, right? There are rules around this stuff, like stealing people's money and abusing people, and also, it's just like either side, whether he's alive or dead, neither side are good for me. Like, I'm just like,
No, yeah. I
this is
mean,
a terrible
it's not.
thing.
I'm not talking about the outcome here. And
Yeah.
actually, I hope he's fine. I don't wish anyone
Yes, so
to
do
die
I. I
in a
don't.
situation
If
like
he's
this.
died
Of
because of
course,
this is
what
terrible.
it is. The thing is, what we need here is to understand exactly what is the source of truth here. What do we verify this source of truth? And because dude, there needs to be some any kind of documentation for this, and this stuff here, all these additional context, and it seems actually additional rules to what's going on.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
additional rules
After the
made
market started,
during.
so we're going to
You
change it.
cannot do that at all. Yeah, you cannot change the
Only the
rules
government can
during the
change the
game.
rules after they start it, not us.
that's that's true. That's true. and we don't want prediction markets to be like governments or any shit like that.
No, we do not.
Okay, let's move forward to this, and this is interesting. So, I mean, basically, this guy here is just let who's this guy? Okay, head of ecosystem at iTier Cloud. So, iTier is a Defin project. I mean, kind of well established. So the chart shows Polymarket odds nearly mirror reality just 12 hours before resolution. So prove that prediction markets aren't noise, they are precision. So this
And
shifts the
that's the
meta
echo
market.
chamber I like to hear. I like to hear an echo chamber
Yes,
like that.
yeah,
Give me
this
more
is
of that.
yeah, this is what we, I mean, this is what social media was created for. So you put
Yeah,
out whatever you think, and social media keeps telling you the same thing that
the
confirming that you are
algorithm.
correct. So this shifts the
It
meta
goes and finds
markets.
things that deliberately validate your point of view, and it just feeds you to them, and it feels
Yeah,
great. My dopamine levels go up. Everybody's
you
very
can,
happy.
yes, you can even believe in the earth is flat, and you will find people that confirm the earth is flat here.
Fine. Yeah.
So markets as leave probability engines. I see these as a massive unlock for the future of collective intelligence. So basically what he was doing here was shading prediction markets, of course, and basically comparing the price of there is this market here about what will be the price of ether. And basically, what he's saying is that the market is pricing the asset correctly. I mean, really accurate compared to real prices. And then someone asked, "Excellent, what's the source?" And we never got the answer. That's the thing. We never got the answer. And I will leave this one with you, Nick, because you are the data guy here.
No, I was just like, okay, the source is there, but like, let me see, like, where can I get that? Where can I download
Yeah,
the data and check it myself? Because I don't
exactly.
want to sit there and be like, go through every data point. I want to go check the data myself. And then I
Hmm.
just got this bot continually almost trolling me. Um, what? And then it responded to the what?
Yes. What? Something like, yeah.
And then I was like, stupid much. I get the information is in this, right? But
Mm-hmm.
who's validating it? How are we validating it? It's like
Yeah.
maybe it's something I missed when I was looking at it because I'm doing my social media thing and blasting through it as quickly as I can. But it's like that's incredibly linear, right? Like it probably is true, right? But is
Mm-hmm.
it prediction markets predicting it, or was that just the same across every market, right? Like,
Yes.
do you know what I mean? Like, day traders are doing this shit all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
not prediction markets predicting the price; it's the technical analysis and the traders kind of,
Mm-hmm.
that whole thing
Yeah.
that we spoke about where everybody uses the same tools and so it's a self-fulfilling cycle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I, I
and when using it against crypto prices, this is fucking nonsense and useless, right? I can't
yeah.
use this as an accuracy engine. Yeah, I'm rebranding it from Truth Engine to Accuracy Engine, right? I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell about world events that directly affect because if the price of ETH goes to the floor, I don't give a shit, right? It doesn't affect me. But if there's a war in the Middle East or
yeah.
there's issues with grain coming out of Ukraine and Russia, this materially affects my daily life, right? And I want to see somebody pull the data from those events and Polymarket or Kalshi or any prediction market, right?
Yes.
Don't give
So
me crypto
so
numbers. I don't give a shit about it. That's not going to help the world improve its quality of information. That's
yeah.
that's just showing you that traders can trade accurately, all
Yeah.
using the
And
same tool.
so my main concern with posts like that is that, see, Polymarket has now over 8,000 active markets.
Yeah,
This
which is
takes only
increasing.
one market. It takes one market based on a really particular structure, with price structure, as you said. People try to predict price of assets using basically the same strategies, the same sources, and it takes only one market to create a kind of a general conclusion for a tool like prediction markets. But dude, it represents one market from 8,000 markets. it's
Yeah,
it, it's it's nothing for
show
a data point of the amount of source of information, the amount of information you have here, it's nothing to get that conclusion.
Yeah, and it's like, so, like you were saying before, I want to see, I want to see market accuracy split by all the things that affect market. So like liquidity, depth,
Hmm.
users, traders. When I say users, like all
Hmm.
these things, and I want to see how. I want to get back to what makes a market accurate, right? Because
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
predict what prediction markets have done is allow anybody, or is allow many different questions to be asked about events, right? Because prediction markets are event markets, right? If we have to talk to VCs, we kind of talk about it from that point of view, right? Like it's the future of event markets. I want to know what variables are needed to be in place to make a market accurate. The
Hmm.
price
Exactly.
of a crypto token does not fucking matter. Generally, it does not. It doesn't allow you to take on the media. It doesn't allow you to take on false narratives. You know, well, I guess it
Hmm.
does if you
Hmm.
look at like meme coins and stuff like that. But things like ETH and Bitcoin, like this is not a good way to prove that prediction markets are accurate
You
and all.
can,
Like this,
but
this
for
Lord
price,
Miles
you
one
can always say
was an interesting one.
you can always say the sentiment changing. You can say, oh no, the price was correct. It changed. Remember the guy? How was the handle? It's the fuck the 1 trillion. Dude, the
Who
guy
was he
was
talking about?
the guy who used it to try to predict the price of Bitcoin. $1 trillion Bitcoin. He's,
The
oh damn, Plan B. Do you remember the Plan B
oh, okay, yeah,
guy?
yeah,
Do you remember him? So basically, when he was correct, he was saying, "Okay, I have a lot of knowledge with markets, and I've been trading this for a long time." Okay, when he got wrong predictions, he said, "Oh no, but this is a new asset class. I mean, we don't have enough elements to calculate
yeah,
this precisely. This is just a theoretical shit, man. I mean, you
yeah,
need to put yourself together and understand, okay, is this correct or is not correct? Can we believe this or not? And for
yeah,
what are you saying? I mean, for prices, there is already market is doing that. With what we are trying to do is to expand this accuracy engine to other fronts,
yeah,
not only to prices. I mean, we know how to precify stuff, but how do you
yeah.
precify opinions of on facts? Yeah.
How do you remove the pundit? That's basically what prediction markets could do if we get them accurate enough. We want rid of the pundits. Okay, your point of view. Like right now, you and I are being pundits, right? And we were being
Hmm.
pundits this morning about this morning earlier about Polymarket's token being launched, right? But our opinions don't mean shit. So let's create a market on it. That's what we
Yes,
did with Groovy Market, right?
exactly.
Let's see what other people think. And hopefully they'll think about it in the same way we do, but they might come to another conclusion. And the people who think about it and come to whatever conclusion it is, the crowd then tells you, will there be one by X date? Maybe I don't think I could conclusively say there will never be a Polymarket token, but I don't think there'll be one in the next 3 weeks, right? I think I could accurately say that. So
Hmm.
it's that's the sort of thinking. It's like we need more markets where people are thinking like you and I, like trying to critically evaluate the problem, and then voting in a direction that will make us money.
Exactly. Yes. Otherwise, we will end up. I mean, we will end up in this echo chamber that we just showed here. We are
Yeah,
going to throw out our opinions, and we are going to hear them back,
yeah.
because that's what the new internet is doing to us.
I just want to say that we've got over 100 views right now. We
Oh,
if
cool.
you're viewing this, no matter what channel, because we're on Rumble, YouTube, we're on Twitter, I believe we're on Instagram. We couldn't get on TikTok, we're not allowed. We couldn't go on LinkedIn. We would love to be. Anybody from LinkedIn out there, please allow us to run live streams because I think LinkedIn people would like this. Um, but yeah, thank you. And if you're on Twitter, jump in the chat. Just say hello, say something to us, share with your friends. Let's get more people involved. And let's get more guests. We've got somebody coming on Wednesday, and
Yeah,
we just want more people to come talk to us because I hate our echo chamber. It's like
so let me
Diego and
share
I are
this
right all the
here.
time.
Make
Don't
sure
think
that
so.
if you listen to us, make sure to follow us here on Twitter. Send us a DM if you want early access. It will not going to be necessary in really soon. So We are going to open Groovy's testnet really, really soon. But meanwhile, make sure to follow us. We've been running this live show here from Monday to Thursday weekly. So we've been putting out these newsletters, the daily prediction that we are rebranding to the $1 trade. Yeah, make sure to take a look. We would love to have your feedback. And if you want to write for the newsletter about anything, I mean, we are really open to
You've got
contributions.
hot
So,
takes. Like we really want
yes,
to hear what other people are saying. This is it.
exactly. This is it. So make sure to listen to us, to join us here daily from Monday to Thursday. Make sure to subscribe to the newsletter because I don't see prediction markets slowing down so far. We
No,
might not have
no.
a Polymarket talk in the next 3 weeks, but we are only going to see prediction markets grow in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is prediction markets don't need tokens to live past the bull market, right? At the end of this run, guys, doesn't matter what fucking ecosystem you're in, what DeFi app you're using, prediction markets will still be making money, still be driving forward come the end of this bull market and go there.
That's it.
We do need to get that. So we have a problem with this image constantly wanting to show its background was black. It's meant to be
It's only
transparent.
it's
It
only
just
on
keeps doing it.
Safari because I'm
Is
using
it only?
Safari.
Oh,
It's
you
only on
fucking
Safari. Let
get.
me show. Let me
Ooh.
show. If you go to Chrome,
Hey,
it works
much better,
perfectly. I don't know. I'm
much
not.
better.
I'm
Look
not
at
the
that.
regular person. I'm not the regular person. I use Safari.
Well, you are a regular person. Most people probably do use out the box fucking
Okay.
browsers.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's it, guys. So for today, anything else, Nick, that you want to cover? I think we got
I don't
to.
think so.
So Lord Miles, let's see, guys. Hopefully, I really hope that this guy is alive and well.
Yeah.
And let's keep following this conversation here because I want to see how that market will be solved. And I would like to see more clarification about the rules. I don't want to see rules changing during the while the market is open. I mean, there are the
Mhm.
rules. I mean, and
Well, you need you do need rule clarification though, and I think
exactly.
this law. I think if we say one thing about this Lord Miles thing, and like you said, I really hope that he is not dead because of this. This would be terrible.
It will
Um,
be terrible.
but what
Yeah.
it's done is it's created quite a test for prediction markets in a way where it actually reflects badly on Polymarket, right? Because they allowed this market to happen, and now they're kind of like, what the fuck's going on, and they don't know how to deal with it. So maybe they will come up. I would like to see their review of this once it's done and what they will do to
Hmm.
change stuff like this happening. I mean, fair enough. If he has, if the most tragic thing has happened and he has died, there's nothing wrong with that market. If he's still alive or appears in a stream and says it was a generator or some shit like this, and he's actually been
Hmm.
out eating dinners and stuff like that, this is fucking unacceptable. It's
Yes.
absolutely unacceptable from a user point of view. And I think
Yeah.
everybody who's in Polymarket and in like got their little badge and all that should fucking get at Polymarket about this and be like, this is not acceptable. You're like if you've got one of those badges and this has happened in Polymarket, like that's you're associated with that as far as I'm concerned. Like you're out there repping something and they they didn't put the right controls in place, and if they want to centralize questions and narratives, then they need to put the controls in place,
Yes.
which is
Exactly.
why we're doing permissionless markets. Good time to bring that up, Diego.
Yeah.
Very
I know.
good
See,
timing.
pay
He's
attention,
like, guys,
man. I'm
we
paying
don't plan
attention.
any of this. This just happens. Him and I. Poo poo poo.
That's it. So yeah, man. So we are going to follow this situation closely. We already have a lot of stuff to discuss with you guys tomorrow. Make sure to join us tomorrow, same time, whatever you are in the world. We start usually 40-45 minutes before now, whatever you are in the world. And that's it.
Oh,
Make
wait a
sure
minute.
to
Wait,
follow us.
wait. Just
Go
before we
ahead.
wrap, we've had our
Go
first
ahead.
comment on our live stream. Hello. And it's Space Cat, and he was like, if he died, something would have come out from his family or from by the news by now. And this is exactly my
I
point.
think
Like,
so.
we have had
I think
no
so.
third party validation from anywhere, right? Whether it's a source that you hate or not, like, I'm sure like somebody like The Guardian or something would have picked this up, or somebody would have picked this up. right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting. But the only thing we can pick up is nobody can confirm he's dead, and it looks like there's loads of market
Mm-hmm.
manipulation.
That's the problem. So no one can confirm he's dead, but he's not live streaming anymore. So what the fuck happened? I mean,
Yeah.
for like 3 days now. It's 3 days. It's almost 10% of the time of the challenge.
And in the process, somebody has been buying up the bottom of the market.
Yes. People are buying because we
It
saw the
smells
shares
bad.
double the price.
There's just
Yeah.
there's so many inputs that are just looking
Uh-huh.
like it's not like they've got shit doctors over there. He can't be there. Maybe he is entirely there on his own. But then if he collapsed while he was there, like how would he? If he, I've done fasting, right, and it starts to
For,
fuck
for
with your head
for
after a
for how
period.
long? For how long?
4 days,
Shit,
four
that's a
days, right?
long time. Yeah,
And
it's a long
it's
time.
still. I didn't water fast because I didn't want to die, but I did fasting for 4 days, right? And it exhausts you, right? Even and I wasn't doing much, right? But I would have found it hard to get to safety, right? If something had happened to me. And in fact,
Mm-hmm.
while that was happening, I was in a hurricane, but luckily, I didn't get injured or anything like that, so I didn't need to get to safety. But while I was in the hurricane, I was like, how the fuck am I getting out of here? Like, if because I'm becoming quite weak at this point, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like, how are you getting in the hospital? You must have another person there,
Probably he's not alone. He cannot be
right?
alone.
And if he's not alone, the person must have said he was fasting. Is critical piece of information. And the doctors might have asked, and he would have probably have looked gone. How many days was he into it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean,
Like
what's going on?
it
What
would
happening?
go
The
through
first
your
thing that the
body.
doctors asked.
After
Yes.
4 days, I was looking like it, and other people around me were looking like it. So like he's deep into this. It just it just doesn't seem
Yeah.
right to me. And I like again,
Yeah.
like I really hope for him and his family and that like this has not
Yeah.
happened. I don't want it to have happened at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah.
wanted
No. No.
if he failed it, I wanted him to bail out and just put his hands up and go, I can't do it. Like I
The
would never
thing
have wanted
is,
him
I
to be
mean,
injured.
I hope he's alive and well, but whatever is the resolution of that market, dude, there's a big problem there for both
Yeah,
yes or no resolution.
yeah,
For both,
exactly.
there will be a problem. I mean, because how can we validate what happened during this period for the last few days?
And what I would also like to say that no fucking token would help. It doesn't matter if you've got a token, it's not helping this situation.
Yes,
Guys, let's
that's
not
it.
worry about
That's
tokens too
it.
much. Let's just work on
Yes.
prediction markets,
Because the
decentralizing
thing
the
is,
questions and the
yeah,
narratives.
and think about it. So in the recent past, we saw criticism around Polymarket resolution tools because of Yuma. So Polymarket could
Yeah,
just clean their hands and say, no, no, it's a Yuma problem. It has nothing to do with
yeah,
us. But
yeah.
now the problem is with the rules and with the execution of the fact that's been
Of the
specified with the
market
market.
they consented to that market. There was
Yes.
conversations around that market. And apparently with
Yeah.
Monarch, because did Monarch say they provided the liquidity for the market? Is that what they
Let
said?
me. No, not exactly. No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't
Mhm.
say that they provide liquidity, but it was clearly kind of a cooperation. There was a kind of a cooperation between
There's
them
some kind
all.
of
So
corporate
Monarch,
sponsorship or something going
yes,
on.
Monarch was kind of sponsoring Lord Miles, and Lord Miles, of course, has a kind of partnership with Polymarket to have
Yeah,
this live stream and everything else.
yeah, yeah. Well, you would think anyway. Or
Yeah,
Polymarket just took a bet themselves. Anyway, we dragged that out for
that's
another
it.
like 5 or 6 minutes there. But big shout out to our first commenter, Space Cat. We want more comments. This is meant to be a conversation. This is just a conversation between him and I, and we want other people to come into this conversation.
Exactly. And so if you have suggestions or topics, just send us on DM, tag us, or ping us on whatever you see this conversation, this topic that you want to see us discussing here. And that's it. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. We will be here tomorrow. Make sure to follow Groovy, subscribe to the daily prediction, which is the $1 trade now, and make
Yeah,
sure to claim your username at groovy.market because testnet will be open really, really soon.
yeah.
That's
All
it.
right,
Thanks a
guys.
lot, Nick.